I'm just going to have to get myself together, because the wonderful things about music is that unexpected things happen, and sometimes expected things happen, but not where you expect them to. And this is one of the beautiful things about creating music and also on an instrument that you don't know. Surprisingly, this is the 122 model, Steingraeber Upright. It's with every piano, it's very easy just to kind of power your way through, just to show what can the piano do. We understand in terms of volume, in terms of loudness, what it can do. But this is something quite unexpected. In the other videos, I've been playing on larger pianos, larger uprights, larger grand pianos. But this has a very, very unique character, and some unexpected things happened there when I was improvising. I think I remembered smiling in a couple of places, and you might as well have seen it. I think you probably saw it as well, because the tone strikes you and thinks, oh, I've never played that note in that context before. I didn't know that this piano would allow me to do that. And so you're starting not with a blank canvas, but it is a question of getting to know the character of the piano. So I chose something obviously lyrical and a bit softer to start with. I'll go on to something a bit more dynamic, but this really is a lovely instrument. It feels, I think you can talk about instruments as having personalities. You can talk about them in human terms, you can talk about them in animal terms. This probably sounds crazy, but this has a kind of young, quite a wild energy about it, and that's what I find very charming. You just look at this and it's very unassuming. You think it's an upright piano, but it's not. It has a really mellow tone, as you hear. And for some people, that mellow tone might not be too attractive, but if you just play a bit harder, you have to play just a bit harder, perhaps, than a grand piano, obviously because of the action, but because of the type of piano that it is. But it's a really good piano to test your creativity, to test you as the pianist and the levels of your dynamics and expressivity. You have to push yourself a little more to get that out of the piano, and the piano can do it, which is what I find astounding. It's a joy to play, which is why I kind of reluctantly came to an end in the piece, because I was just finding so many lovely little elements to play, and it's something that I sometimes do in this piece, is play in the upper register. And it sounds bright and brilliant, but not in a harsh way. It's just very, very enjoyable. And the bass, and I'll demonstrate this a bit later, but this, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. You can really shape colours and textures in a very, very gentle way. And that's something that I want to, express just again. It's a very dynamic instrument, and it surprised me completely. And what you're seeing on this film is not a lie, it's not a test, it's just me actually really, really surprised at this instrument. And so what I thought I'd do for the second piece is to do something a bit wilder, so you can see a bit more of the dynamic range of the piano. Obviously some more lyrical moments, but I'm just going to try and improvise in ways that I wouldn't normally do. As with improvisation, we hope that it works. It takes us in directions we might not know. The piano is certainly taking me in directions I don't know, which is why I suddenly thought, okay, I can do this with it. So let's see what sound I can get out of the piano so that I can demonstrate to you that this is a very subtle instrument, it's a playable instrument, it's an enjoyable instrument, but there's something quite unique about it, quite wild. And I don't think it quite knows yet where it wants to go. So I have to listen to it. Right? I'm not the one dictating what's going on here. I have to listen to it, and I like that. So let's see if we can come to an understanding by the end. So. What a great piano. It's really fun. I think one of the important things is when you're playing in lots of different registers, obviously all the notes are audible. Even if you're playing big clusters like I was, I need to be able to differentiate between that and that. Each note is perfectly in tone. It's well-rounded. I say for a piano of this size, and it's I suppose its price and its budget, but also in the bass, I can work with bass figures as well. And I can hear actually what's going on, because if I can't hear what's going on, it's almost like my left hand is flailing and not doing anything worth listening to, which I hope there was something worth listening to in there. But I just thought I'd just have some fun with the instrument to show you exactly what it can do in a wide range of dynamics. So a lovely, lovely upright piano, the 122. I'm going to miss it already. It's really nice. You can do everything. It's fun to play. It's dynamic, and it's really good to help you get to terms or come to terms with your own expressivity and what you need to do as a pianist to make music.